Welcome everyone, my name is Naya Ortiz.
And I'm Elijah Sutton.
Headed to Seymour. Monday afternoon at approximately 3:45 p.m., a single vehicle motorcycle crash in rural Jackson County claimed the life of a Seymour man. The initial investigation by Trooper Seth Davidson indicated a silver 2004 chopper motorcycle being driven by 40-year-old Timothy Kirchhoff was traveling southbound on County Road 700 East, approaching County Road 725 North, just north of Seymour. The evidence indicates Kirchhoff lost control of the motorcycle while attempting to navigate a sharp curve while turning onto County Road 725 North. Kirchhoff was ejected from the motorcycle during the crash and sustained fatal injuries. He was pronounced deceased by the Jackson County Coroner's Office. An Indiana State Police crash reconstructionist was called to assist with the crash investigation. The investigation is currently ongoing.
On the other side of town, right now, IMPD is still investigating a fatal shooting that occurred on our city's east side. Yesterday afternoon, around 1:30 p.m., officers responded to a call of a person with a gunshot wound in the 9100 block of East 38th Place, which is near North Post Road. Once paramedics arrived, they pronounced the male victim dead at the scene, with the suspect still on the run. As of right now, IMPD believed that the deceased victim and the suspect knew each other, as the shooting took place inside of a car while the two were together at an apartment complex. Officers are asking anyone with information that can help in this investigation to call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS. As always, you can remain anonymous.
And a 17-year-old boy is now charged as an adult after the shooting that took place in downtown Indy 2 weekends ago. The shooting took place at the intersection near West Maryland and South Illinois streets and injured seven others who were minors between the ages of 12 and 16. 17-year-old King Dennis was arrested and charged with criminal recklessness and dangerous possession of a firearm after he was identified on surveillance footage of a nearby business shooting into a crowd of people. Court documents reveal that Dennis stated he saw someone with a black ski mask shooting at him and his friends, so he shot 2 bullets back to get his friends to safety. The 17-year-old also has a previous case of dangerous possession of a handgun as a minor, which resulted in his charges as an adult. All 7 victims are said to be stable at this time after one was rushed to a local hospital in critical condition. The investigation is still ongoing, but IMPD does believe that there was other guns involved in the shooting. Anyone who might have information on the shooting should contact Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS or Detective Michael Dinson in the IMPD Aggravated Assault Office at 317-327-3475.
On Monday, a body was discovered in the pond on the northeast side of Indianapolis. Before noon, IMPD received a report of a body in a pond near the 2200 block of East 2nd Street. 42-year-old male Christopher Merle Jones was pronounced dead at the scene. IMPD are currently conducting an investigation, but say they do not believe any foul play was involved.
And IMPD has decided to enforce a curfew for minors. The curfew announcement from the police department comes in response to the increasing violence among youth in the city. Children under the age of 15 must be accompanied by an adult between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. on any day. Children ages 15 to 17 may not be in a public place between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. Monday through Friday. Saturday to Sunday, they may not be in public places from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Exceptions to the curfew can be made for teens coming to and from work, school, religious services, or family emergencies under the state law. Officers will make announcements through their squad cars, public address systems to alert people about the curfew shortly before and after it begins.
Boy, I hope that curfew actually lowers the violence here a little bit.
I've actually heard that during this past weekend when they implemented it, that there was no mass shooting cases or, a minor with a gun at all. So
See,
it seems to be working.
That's nice to hear.
We need to progress this because we need to save our children at all costs.
That's nice. But we're going to switch gears when we come back. Coming up is sports reporter Charles Foster, and he's bringing us all we need to know in sports. Stay tuned.
So the overall mission here at Flannel House Indy is to help with the development and growth, the self-efficiency and self-sufficiency of the near northwest side of Indianapolis. When the Double Eights closed in the area, that left the near northwest side a food desert. So Brandon Cosby, the executive director of Flannel House, started with the Flannel House Farms, where they grow fresh produce organically for the neighborhood around. And then later on down the line, Cleo's came about. So we're here to help with the sustainability of getting fresh food at cheap prices to the locals around. Black owned, black ran. That's the gist of Cleo's for the most part.
As promised, we're going to be switching gears a little bit to sports with Charles Foster's. However, you know, did you see that Pacer game? There's a lot going on.
Yes, I did. I mean, there was so much. I mean, they had a huge lead. I know Charles is going to talk about it a little bit more. And I know March Madness. Oh my goodness, see, it's such a tongue twister. I can't even. March Madness was such a crazy deal. But I know my bracket was on the top in my workplace. I got UConn Huskies all the way. There goes my East Coast babies. Charles, take it away with more.
Thank you guys very much. This weekend was a fun one for sports as the NCAA National Championship was held on Monday and the game did not disappoint. The Huskies under coach Dan Hurley put on another one of their stifling hoops performances on Monday night, defeating Purdue 75-60 to become the first team to win back-to-back national titles since 2007. The Huskies won their 12th consecutive March Madness game behind 20 points from Tristan Newton, and not a single one of those games was decided by fewer than 13 points. However, UConn's offense was effective. Its defense won this one. The UConn Huskies, who were 37-3, happily let 7'4" Zach Edey score 37 points on 25 shots, while restricting the nation's second-best three-point shooting squad to just 7 tries from behind the arc. The 2024 Huskies became the 6th squad to win every game in the tournament by a margin of double digits, and they easily defeated the 1996 Kentucky squad, who won its 6 games by 129 points. They defeated the Boilermakers and advanced this far years after becoming only the They defeated the Boilermakers, who had advanced this far after being the second #1 in March Madness history to lose in the opening round. However, Purdue went out still chasing the team's first NCAA championship. The Pacers are currently still fighting for that playoff spot of theirs, and they had a very good game against the Heat to help them make that. Because 7 to 10 seeds must participate in the play-in round and aren't guaranteed a best-of-7 playoff series, Miami's loss would have given them the front spot of the #6 seed in the Eastern Conference, which is honestly a crucial position because it gives them that 7-game series instead of just the one and done. The Pacers have a 1-game advantage over the Heat, who dropped to 9th place and are half a game over the 76ers, who surged to 7th place. They also have their head-to-head tiebreaker advantage over both teams. They only have 3 games left remaining on their schedule, with one of them being a road game against Toronto, and on Tuesday, a road game against Cleveland, followed by the season finale at home against Atlanta on Sunday. The Pacers have a 76% probability of finishing in the top 6 according to advanced metrics, and they continue to have the chance to control their future. The Pacers are only 1 game behind Cleveland, who is in 5th place, and 1.5 behind New York and Orlando, who are tied for 3rd. Time will tell if the Hoosiers are getting a chance to see some playoff basketball at Gainbridge this summer. There was a fun 2-game series this weekend between the University of Springfield and the Greyhounds. I'm sorry, I meant to say a 3-game series. And it was a pitching duel in the first one. Following 2 innings of the said pitching duel, the Stars broke through when Logan Peterson made a mistake and scored on a wild pitch. The Stars struck for 6 runs on 5 hits in the 4 innings to deal a major blow. The home team lead was now 7 runs after a run off Stephen Jones in the bottom of the 6th innings. However, the Hounds persevere. Off a Hampton home run, the Hounds score 3 runs in the top of the 5th inning, and after 2 frames, Hampton started a second rally with a 1-out double that drove in Zach Williams and Drew Donaldson. They had themselves a good game as well, despite the close loss in the first of the 3 big games. However, on to the last of the games in this series. After 4 innings of scoreless baseball, at last UIS delivered a punch, scoring 2 runs and having 3 hits to give the Greyhounds the lead by 2. Donaldson led the Hounds in response, scoring with a sacrifice fly, but nevertheless UIS managed to maintain their lead at 2 by making their own runs through the latter part of the frame. Eventually, in 7 innings, they extended it to 3 runs thanks to RBI groundouts, but the kids from Indy came to play in the 8th. Williams started the 8th with a strong RBI to center field, making it 4-2 UIS. Stars' careless defense reduced their lead to just 1 later on in the game, and the Greyhounds came back in that game 2 to win 7-4, as well as winning game 3, which gave them the series win against Springfield. Thank you guys very much. Back to you.
I mean, March Madness was crazy. The Pacers games last night was just amazing. I mean, all the sports news, everything seems to just be going good for Indy right now. I mean, besides the Boilermakers loss, but I mean, they made it all the way there in years, you know?
I was going to say, that was making history right there.
Yes.
But Charles was talking about baseball, he made me get excited a little bit about catching a UND Hounds game.
Yes.
I might have to get out here this spring.
And the Indians are playing too, and you know they have like the free hot dog days and the free kid days. You know, I'll be tuning into that for sure.
But coming into a look into entertainment and some Eclipse fun on Uindytv, we'll be right back after this break.
Sure, Jace, it sounds like a chip to me.
They ain't going back to back. Ain't no one getting past Boston. They got a super team, man.
All right, Jace, check up. This is last call. Jace and I head-to-head on football, baseball, basketball, and everything UND.
Mondays, 6 p.m. Uindytv on YouTube and Xfinity Stream Channel 1096.
Welcome back to Uindytv. Let's take a look at some concerts and entertainment fun with our lovely and amazing entertainment reporter, Kendall Pearson. Hey, Kendall.
Hey, Naya. Thanks again for having me. I hope you guys are doing good. Well, today's segment is all about artists and their music. The CMT Awards happened on Saturday, so we are going to dive deep into that on who won what awards and what us listeners can expect next. I also have some information on a couple artists that you might want to be aware of. Starting off, Jelly Roll is really on a roll. He took home 3 awards for the second year in a row. He took home Video of the Year, Male Video of the Year, and CMT Performance of the Year for his song Need a Favor. He is the first artist to win back-to-back awards for Male Video of the Year since Blake Shelton won in 2013 and 2014. Lainey Wilson won Female Video for her song Watermelon Moonshine, while Chris Stapleton and Carly Pierce won the award for Collaborative Video for their song We Don't Fight Anymore. The Breakthrough Female Video was awarded to Ashley Cook for her song Your Place, and Warren Zeters took home the Breakthrough Male Video with, you guessed it, Pretty Little Poison. I must have some really good music taste because every single one of those songs that won an award are on my playlist. Trisha Yearwood also took home the Humanitarian Award for this year, and Scotty McCready won Digital First Performance for his song It Matters to Her. I thought it was important to note that Morgan Wallen is the first artist to ever perform multiple nights with sold-out shows at Lucas Oil Stadium. It's also important to note that he let the liquor talk Sunday night at Eric Church's 6-story bar and restaurant in Nashville. He threw a chair from the 6th floor, which landed 3 feet in front of a cop car. He was arrested on 3 felony counts of reckless endangerment and 1 misdemeanor count of disorderly conduct early Monday morning. He got bailed out around that morning at 3:30 that morning on a bond of $15,250. He is set to appear in court on May 3rd and between tour dates. And look at his mugshot. He's just like so happy to be there. What a great way to kick off the One Night at a Time tour, Mr. Wallen. Moving on, in some other country music news, a country music artist Colt Ford is improving in the intensive care unit of a hospital in Scottsdale, Arizona. The 54-year-old suffered a heart attack last Thursday following a show in Arizona at Dierks Bentley Whiskey Row. He was first taken to the hospital. He was in critical condition, but his team just came out with a statement saying, quote, his condition is steadily improving in a positive direction. Colt Ford was actually just in Indy a couple weeks ago performing at 8 Second Saloon in Speedway, and he is set to perform in Princeton, Indiana on July 12th and the 13th. Hopefully he's able to make a full recovery so he can get back to doing what he loves most. And leading into some news about Billie Eilish, she announced that she is releasing her 3rd album titled Hit Me Hard and Soft. Billie and her brother Phineas explained that they are very proud of the work they had put into this album, and they want listeners to hear it, quote, all at once, so fans are going to have to be a little patient for a little while longer. The album is set to come out on May 17th, and she claims the album will be, quote, sound a little different. She said it, quote, does feel different than the other stuff, but not in a weird foreign way. It just feels new. It just feels like change, and change is one of my favorite things in life. That is all I have for your entertainment update today. Let's head back on to the desk with Naya and Elijah.
I mean, Billie Eilish's new album. I mean, I'm in love with the name. That's a pretty cool and unique name. I mean, it's definitely attention catching. So, I mean, it's a great one.
I was gonna say it caught me off guard, but you know, I still will always listen to Billie Eilish's music regardless of what I say about the album title.
And Morgan Wallen really lived up to his lyrics. He was really banging his head in the back of a cop car. I know that's right. Well, now, and so now, as we know, Monday was the solar eclipse. We have our very own reporter, Grayson Holt, who has more on the amazing fun that was going around on campus. Let's take a look.
Indianapolis on Smith Mall. You can see all the people out here. We're going to walk around and ask students why they believe the solar eclipse is an important once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Stay tuned on Uindytv. Do you know what a solar eclipse is?
You know, I've heard the term, and I understand that it's going to get a little darker outside than normal, but I'm not sure I completely, no, not really.
It's where the moon blocks out the sun. Last time happened, I believe, was in 2017, but this is the full totality, I believe. First one in the United States. I think last one was best viewed in South America.
Isn't it like when the moon is covering the sun and it's like complete totality where we are right now?
Okay, period.
I know it goes dark for like 3 minutes.
You know what? And that's as much as I know as well. Did you see the total solar eclipse in 2017?
I did not. No, but I've seen one before, I think in 2009.
Serious question. Do you think that this is really messing with your retrograde? How do you feel today?
I'm getting the day off. I didn't have to go to work today. I'm in a great mood.
Okay, so you're...
Yeah, this is good.
It's not affecting you at all, like
no,
mentally, physically?
I'm good. Beautiful day out here in Indianapolis.
Okay, don't look at the sun. Thank you. And last question, what is the moon made of?
Rock. No clue.
The moon's made of moon.
The moon's made of cheese. Okay, that was Kate and Colford here on Uindytv. Thank you and tune back in.
That was truly amazing. Our very own Grayson Holt. Not only is she a reporter, but she is our very own producer as well, the one who puts all of our stories together. Amazing job, Grayson. And good advice, don't look at the sun, Kaden. I mean, come on. We can't do that. I do gotta admit, I did peek a little bit, but I didn't know it was already going on. I was on my way to work, and it just happened. And I was like, wait, it's a crescent. I don't think I'm supposed to be looking at this. But I feel great. I feel good. Do you feel anything?
I didn't feel too different. You know, I keep making jokes, be like, oh, I transformed after the eclipse.
Exactly.
But you know, nothing really happened. I was like, I love the eclipse. I love seeing it. It was super cool. I didn't stare at the sun.
Okay, so that's good. My expectations were honestly really low. I was like, kind of like Kaden said earlier, like it was just, you know, you would just think it's just gonna be all black, but that was truly like an amazing spectacle, once in a lifetime opportunity. Like we were all cheering as soon as it went dark. It was such an amazing experience, and I mean, the campus felt it. The energy was there for sure. Well, now the weather during the eclipse was amazing. It was truly beautiful, no clouds in the sky. We have meteorologist Maddie Fisher here, hopefully to tell us that this spring weather we have is here to stay. Please give me some good news.
Good as it can be, and you know what April showers bring. Your first thought probably being those Mayflowers, right? Well, the harsh reality for a lot of us, especially here in the Midwest, is that severe weather spreads have caused significant flooding and wind damage across portions of the southern United States. Why? A mid-latitude cycle that's been cooking up in the warm water of the Gulf of Mexico. Up north in our neck of the woods, a large cold front stole that wonderful eclipse day weather. The only transformation we saw was from sunny skies to rain, and now we're damp and stuffy. This flood projection map, courtesy of AccuWeather, demonstrates the sheer magnitude of rain that we are and will be seeing throughout the next week, as far south as Houston and as far north as us here in Indianapolis as well. Images are rolling in from the first affected area of this system. That's mostly southeastern Texas, where wind damage and high floodwaters have been spotted. This picture here, let me step over here. Yeah, the car looks like a crocodile in the water. I'm glad we're not dealing with that quite yet. But let's go ahead and take a look at our forecast here in Indianapolis throughout the rest of the day. Temperatures staying mostly in the low 60s, high 50s through the rest of the evening. The rain picking up later this afternoon, but once we hit about 6 o'clock, high chances throughout the rest of the evening. Rain, go away. Just kidding, it'll be here till Saturday. Taking a look at the rest of the week, as you can see, rain, more rain. Finally the sun as we hit the 70s on Saturday Saturday. Highs in the mid to low 60s throughout the rest of this work week. Taking a look outside, currently 61 and cloudy. Feels like 60 with about an 8-mile-per-hour wind coming from the east. I am enacting my very own frizzy hair warning. Anybody out there who deals with frizzy hair, I'm right there with you. That's why mine's straightened and it's still frizzy. Unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with that issue throughout the rest of the week. Back to you guys.
Like, how can a person just make weather just so entertaining and so fun? Like, you just want to tune into everything that she's saying. Rain, rain, please go away, because I can't be wearing ponytails all the time, girl.
No, I was like, the rain is so atrocious. It went from sunny to rain, but I'm glad you told us we have sun coming Saturday, Maddie.
Yes, looking forward to it. Keep up the good temps for us.
But coming up is exciting news from the Indianapolis Zoo.
Yes, and a UIndy event happening tonight. You won't want to miss. Stay tuned.
Emma Donnan, elementary and middle school. Discover the Donnan difference. A school where you can celebrate others. Come together as a community. Be a part of a learning environment where students and teachers are appreciated. Emma Donnan, a culture that can't be beat, that's going onward together. A school filled with love. Emma Donnan.
I love my school.
How about those Nuggets this year, Jace? It sounds like a chip to me.
They ain't going back to back. Ain't no one getting past Boston. They got a super team, man.
All right, Jace, check up. This is Last Call. Jace and I head-to-head on football, baseball, basketball, and everything UIndy.
Mondays, 6 p.m. Uindytv on YouTube and Xfinity Stream Channel 1096.
Welcome back. We have some very exciting news. The Indianapolis Zoo finally announced the name of their new and cute four-legged friend. Do you remember this cutie?
Aww,
I mean, how cute. Look at that. The 2-month-old baby rhino we told you about over a month ago, well, she finally has a name. With your help, the zoo decided to name her Zola with an X. Her unique name means stay in peace in Swahili. This cutie weighs a whopping 350 pounds already at just 2 months old and will be making her public debut this upcoming summer at the zoo. But if you happen to be too eager, just like me, and want to see this pretty girl before then, well, you have an opportunity. The zoo is offering a special experience with Zola and her mom Zenzel starting tomorrow, April 11th to June 9th at just $120 a person. You get to meet both of them, her and baby. I'm really considering doing this for my birthday. And I must say, this is just an amazing event just to meet this sweet girl. Well, tickets are limited, so make sure you secure yours, as I will be tomorrow at the Indianapolis Zoo's website.
Nah, that is too cute. The rhino, the little four-legged guy, too cute. Yes. But you know, that's not the only cute news we got. And some heartwarming news at Conner Prairie, the solar eclipse event. Love blossomed under the celestial spectacle. Justin Bowen and Kimberly Deaton on April 8, 2024 visited Conner Prairie Living History Museum in Fishers, Indiana for the total solar eclipse. As the skies just turned dark, Justin Bowen, with the sun and moon as his witnesses, knelt down and proposed to his girlfriend, Kimberly Deaton.
Oh, my heart's melting.
Inside a pair of eclipse glasses, he had written the magical words, "Will you marry me?" Of course, Kimberly said yes. Who wouldn't?
Duh!
This heartwarming moment set against the backdrop of 2024's total solar eclipse turned an astronomical event into a memory they'll cherish forever.
I mean, that is just the cutest thing ever. The eclipse, getting proposed on the eclipse? I mean, what can be better than that?
It's like you literally have the perfect moment. It's like the perfect 4 minutes, the perfect 4 to 5 minutes right there that you both can share.
I do have to say, to my fiance out there, your proposal was epic. I do have to say that. The eclipse was just amazing, though. You know, I was talking to him. I was like, what if we just change our wedding date to get married on the next eclipse, like in totality? I heard that some people said their vows during totality. I was like,
that's cute.
That's amazing.
That's cute. I should have did something like that.
Yes, I love you. Just beware. Well, now that the eclipse has passed, you may be wondering what to do with your leftover eclipse glasses. Do not throw them away. That's for one. The Fishers Police Department is requesting that locals place their glasses in a vestibule for shipment to Latin America so that kids can witness the eclipse in August 2024, just this year. A social media statement from the department states that Fishers Police will be gathering eclipse glasses at 4th Municipal Drive Vestibule, open 24 hours up until April April 19th, when they will be then shipped out to schools in Latin America. I mean, that's so amazing that other parts of like the world get to see this amazing spectacle as well.
Exactly. I was like, they could use the same glasses too. Oh my
yes,
God.
It's amazing.
Don't
Reuse, reduce, recycle.
UIndytv News will be taking a break next week though, and there will be no show next Wednesday.
But be sure, we'll see you right after that. Don't worry, if you want to see more UIndytv coverage, tune into this channel right after this. UIndytv will be live tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. with full coverage of the first UIndy Student Government Association debate of the semester. I mean, that's going to be so exciting.
And that's right. And if you're still struggling with who to vote for on April 15th, this is a perfect opportunity to hear from all the candidates. For UIndy students, they will be hosted in UIndy Hall tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. Thank you for joining us here on UIndytv.
Our next broadcast will be Wednesday, April 24th, at 6 p.m. Tune into UIndytv on YouTube and Xfinity Channel 1096 for your weekly news update.
As always, have a good night.
And be safe, Indy.